think we're off to a good start, Chris Day. We're right where we want to be. We've done, this is week 8, and it's been a grueling couple months. We've stayed true to the process and trying to develop a really solid aerobic foundation, and we've accomplished that. I think we've been a bit more patient with that than in previous years. And so from a training standpoint, we're right where we want to be. I thought that Denver meet was fine. It was a little bit goofy, the format. I think, especially on the men's side, we raced really hard, and that's really what the mission was. I think we can redeem ourselves a little bit, especially on the women's side. And we can redeem what happened to us at Wyoming last year. It was a frustrating day. I think their meet with Colorado State, they call it the border war, and we were sort of a late addition, it felt like, to the border war, and they put us out kind of off to the side, and we got caught in a firestorm. I mean, it was a rude awakening. They were ready for each other, and we were not. And we'll be ready on Saturday. We'll be ready to earn respect. I think we're certainly capable of that. I think we started by beating Denver and Wyoming, but we've got to do it in a real environment, in a real meet, so to speak.
Good lead into the questions on chance to have revenge a little bit from like last year, Coach said, and a couple weeks ago. What's it like to have a D1 team come into our house? Have that opportunity?
As he said, last year was pretty ugly, and I think them coming to us this year we have the home field advantage, and I think that puts us in a really good spot to perform on the women's side, because we need to get a win for us.
Mahmoud, fifth year, senior now.
Yeah.
Where has this program gone from day one till
I think it's
4 D1 wins already?
yeah, it's much different from my first year. Like every year, we are getting faster and having more fast people. Like 2 years ago, we had 3 men qualifies for the NCAAs. I feel like this year we'll have at least 10 who qualifies, and we'll be top 4 on the men's side and the women's side too.
We've come a long way. Mahmoud Osama Mahfouz Abdelmenem ElGayar. I missed one. Mohammed. Mahmoud's come a really long way. He's come a long way within our program, but met a woman and married her and brought her to share in his American dream, and so they're living together in Grand Junction, and he's always brought a level of maturity and insight and perspective that's unique, but now I think it's even different. You want to talk about your life now a little bit?
I mean, I feel having her with me is making swimming easier and more enjoyable for me. I go back and have someone to support me, and she cooks very well. Not like my food. So I feel like this year is gonna be my best year out of the 5 years.
On a personal side, what was it like to have some of your teammates come all the way to TJ?
Oh yeah, it was so fun. Like everyone was amazed. Like having 10 of my foreigners friend. Like it's weird for Egyptians to have foreigners friend in the wedding, and it was big. It was fun. We took them around Egypt, so it was a fun time.
We've shared that story, Chris, a lot with recruiting, because I think that that it just shows the relationships. You know, the fact that 9 of our athletes are willing to spend their own money, and it was not cheap to go over to Egypt for 10 days. That says a lot about our culture and how much they take care of each other, and they really love each other. It's pretty cool.
Is your wife American, Egyptian?
Egyptian.
Okay, so she's over here and figuring out
Yeah.
kind of what you went through 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago. And
Yeah, but she doesn't speak English.
yeah, so much
Figuring
further,
out more.
Are you teaching her English?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
Yeah, she's trying. She's
Okay.
trying her best.
Yeah. The balance, though, of being married, I mean, you know, after not being married to now you're married, how did, you said it's, you know, it makes swimming easier, but realizing some balance, more balance to try to make time for everything?
Yeah, for me, I feel like I was ready to get married like 2 or 3 years ago. So right now I feel she's more like supporting me and helping me to reach my goals as well as I do with her. You know, she's an artist, so I'm trying to help her reaching out to art galleries and maybe we,
Who knows?
yeah.
Swimming against D1s, I know, you know, obviously you have goals to beat D1 teams, but is it more about I've got to focus not on the fact that it's a level up, it's got to be my race, swim my time, and not worry about
It's
who you're swimming against?
It's not a level up. Yes, they're called D1, but they're just swimmers, and we have arguably a better program than they do, and I think that will show.
In swimming, and I think people get confused about the Division I, Division II thing, because probably in some of the bigger team sports, the best Division II program is not going to be very competitive with the 131st place Division I program. In swimming, it's very different. If you go into the swim cloud, which is, they rank all of our times, you can put Colorado Mesa University in there, and I think it's either 24th or 26th best swimming program in America, just based on our times. And so it's not as clear a distinction. And when you get to the national level, it's really fast. And so we need to take advantage of every opportunity to race fast people. So we don't talk a lot about Division I or Division II. We got fast swimmers and they've got some fast swimmers, and we're going to go race them. And so we just don't talk much about that. We're just trying to go fast, and if we can hit the wall first and win, that's a bonus. But everything we do needs to be preparation for the nationals.
Yeah, the first couple of meets you've had, you know, obviously a lot of provisional times already, and got some. Does it kind of help take a little bit off and say, okay, I've got my provisional, now I can work on improving times every single time out?
You want to?
Sure. So dual meets aren't really for getting cuts. Our cuts, besides a couple of us, won't get us anywhere in the national level. And so, like, dual meets are like points. We need to get points and to win. Whereas in the Invitational in a couple weeks, that's where we get times, and that's where we qualify.
It's a confusing process because you're right. There are these provisional time standards that will hit, but in order to be invited to the NCAA championship, it's really fast. Like, it's very close to the automatic qualifying time, and we have a pretty good sense of it. I think Lily is the only one of our swimmers that's put up a time so far that will actually get invited. But we'll do that in whatever it is, 28 days or 28 days. Yeah.
So you have that calendar, like you said, you're a month into it, 2 months into it. Okay, we've got this taper, and then you're doing another taper for the A3s. I mean, you just kind of get used to that calendar and keep your body ready for that. Oh, so fun taper then.
Yeah, but we're at a better place now because now we can be a little bit more strategic about who we think can make cuts in November, focusing in on those 1 or 2 events where all of a sudden, once you make a standard, all of those provisional times, that's when they come into play because now you can swim your provisional times once you get invited. So we can be a little bit more strategic, right? Is who are we going to put in suits and when and what events are we going to focus in on to get as many people to the meet as we can. So we're just a little bit further along in that regard, which makes it fun. We have more options.
So final go around. I mean, it's
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it the most.
yeah, enjoy it, but make it yeah.
Make it like worse coming back. I'm gonna be faster.
Yeah, that last year goes fast.
Yeah.
Everybody says, oh, flight, that you kind of realize the
It's
career really does
so
go
fast, so
once you get
fast.
going in.
Yeah, I'm telling all the freshmen, it's gonna be like this.
Y'all only get 40.
Yeah.
Just going back off them, talking about the teamwork thing, I know it's sort of like track and field, which based individual, based on your time. Do you guys feel like it's still getting big competitions, like to make it better for the D2 championships, facing these D1 schools?
Yeah, they definitely make us better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe about swimming time.
Really fast.
You're up.
Turn my question down.
Question of the week.
Oh,
Favorite childhood Halloween costume?
I was a bag of jelly beans. I had this huge clear trash bag, filled it up with colorful balloons, and yeah, that was pretty fun. Got a lot of attention off of that one.
do you know what Halloween is? It's an American holiday. They dress up in costumes.
I mean, we don't have it in Egypt, but we have similar stuff.
Do you have a costume you wore?
I mean, like all the other boys, any Marvel, like Spider-Man or Superman.
Really? They have that?
Yeah.
That's great. I can't remember dressing up as a kid. We used to. I don't even know if we used to all be homeless people, right? We wear dirty clothes and ripped clothes and walk around. That's all I can remember ever being. I guess it's not okay to do that anymore. But my wife, with our children, always had a theme for Halloween, and so she did great ones. But my favorite is probably Star Wars. I was Luke Skywalker. Yeah.